Hey, thanks for joining me for another episode of What's That All About? Um, I am super excited about this episode because I don't know if you guys have ever been exposed to tarot readings or tarot cards or anything, but they're fascinating. Okay. And actually, at the end of this episode, I'm going to two things. I'm going to show you how to do a self reading, and then I'm also going to provide you with a spot where you can order your own and print them if you don't want to get like a official deck or something. Yeah, it's cool. So, and then also the thing I'm doing, I'm not going through like the whole deck and telling you what cards mean and all that stuff because that's like exhausting. I think there's like 22 in a deck or something. I mean, I'll show you a picture of them, but there's 3 actually confirmed, like, professionals online that do this, and I have their, online handles, if you will, that I'll be showing you too. Now you can, if you want, just fast forward to the end of this and see how I do my own self-reading, which I did practice. My god, my hair is all over the place. I'm so sorry. It's raining, and my you should have seen it before I tried to put curls in. It was like out to here with static electricity. I looked like Medusa or something. All the snakes coming out, but this way it was just fine blonde hair going around me. Anyway, I should have left it as like a dandelion. Or one of those things that you blow. One of those. That's what it looked like. It's like a weed. But anyway, I digress. So if you want, like I said, fast forward, you don't want to hear about these professionals who are freaking awesome to hear about, to be honest with you. They're quick, it's not like I'm going to be dragging you through an hour long session or anything. I just want you to know a little bit about tarot before you start, trying it for yourself. Because once you do it, I'm telling you, you get a question in your mind, you ask the card, you like get a response, and I'm telling you, it's cool. Okay. Okay. Now, during my research, all right, into what is behind the mystery of the tarot cards and readings, people who claim to have abilities not only to read the cards, it's more than that, okay? These people that read cards have a total connection to their deck. Their decks are very personal to them. And it's almost like I'm trying to think of like fighter pilots and their reels. I'm thinking, I know I'm using like Top Gun, probably like Maverick and Goose. It's like they become simpatico. It's very cool. So anyway, now there's an understanding behind the meaning, and it's also related to whoever they're reading. So like if someone is in front of them and they're reading them and they don't really believe in it and they don't want to be there and they're not really wholeheartedly into it, which happens a lot because this is kind of like the mystical arts, right? And it really does affect the way the cards read. So keep that in mind. Also, if you want to try this with me later, because you got to keep, like I always tell you, just keep an open mind. It is such a better existence, I'm telling you. It relaxes you. Okay? Take that stress, just throw it out there. So I discovered this Elle magazine did an article, and they spoke with 3 different tarot card readers, and they kind of reveal their secrets behind how they do it and how they go about it and how tarot has affected their lives and how their deck affects them and all these things. Okay. So the first one I'm going to tell you about is Chris Corsini, and I'll put up his handle. So he is one of the most prominent tarologists. I don't even know how to say it. But anyway, and astrologer on Instagram, where he has nearly 500 million subscribers, plus his YouTube channel. So, he sees a lot and reads a lot, and he's been doing this for a long time. Now, he says that he believes tarot is an intuitive tool that is a very clear line of communication to the divine. Our guides, see, they have guides. and our subconscious mind's subtle energies are read through tarot. Now, he goes on to say it's a great way to get more introspective or to help validate someone else's feelings and intuitive signals. Now, I don't know if I've ever really mentioned it, but I feel like I'm an empathic person. So I can sort of vibe off of people's feelings and I can sort of read a room really well. And I know I don't want to say I know something before it happens. It's like a spidey tingle or something I get. It's weird. But it's like a sixth sense. And sometimes you just have to open your mind up to start really experiencing that sensation. Tarot can help you with that. So if you're somebody who feels like they are maybe possibly empathic, these could be a really great vehicle for you. I didn't even know you could do tarot by yourself. I thought that was fascinating all along, but the beautiful cards, this is also Chris saying this, beautiful cards are an art form as well. They always have a new painting for you to see. For whatever your energy is giving the deck, that is what's going to show for you. So it's always a different picture, which I just think is great. So whatever's going on in your life and in that moment, it's like an incredible journey that it takes you on. And he says that the accuracy can be just amazing and really kind of take you for a little bit of a second look and kind of trippy. So I don't know, but all of the tarot card readers that I'm going to be telling you about, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about them. Is that they kind of share the same vision on they're very protective of tarot in their decks and their readings and the belief behind them. Okay. For them, it's a way of initiating reflection, stimulating introspection, and accessing the wants, needs, and thoughts that lie dormant within us, which are often buried, deep beneath our desire to please and our apprehensions and our sense of responsibility. So, tarot is a tool that allows us to put the intangible into words. So, when you have a sensation, these cards can help put a word or a meaning behind a feeling that you might be having. Very cool. Another one, I want to tell you of another. This one describes herself as a witch. Her name is Vanessa DL. That's how she's referred to in the article. And then I'll put up her handle as well. She describes herself, as I said, as a witch and a popularizer and teacher of the mystical arts. She says that spirituality and search for meaning have always been a part of her life. Now, as a child, she was lonely, but had a drive, regardless, to understand what her place in the world was. Kids do that a lot, but they never really talk about it. Because if you think about it, once you start to become aware of a lot more things in the world, I don't know what age that happens for people. It happened for me around like probably 10 or 11, between 10 and 12, we'll say. You really do start to kind of have those, well, I did anyway, like conversations with yourself going like, because that's when there's a lot of why, like when you're real little, of course, little kids, why, I want, and parents have to go through that whole, you know, no, you can't have that. Oh, you can't eat, gasoline smells good, but you can't drink it, that kind of thing. And no, antifreeze isn't, even though it smells like syrup, you don't put it on your pancakes. That was one argument one of my parents had to have with me. I just really that's odd. That's an odd thing to like, the smell of antifreeze. That makes me sound like a freaking psycho. And I'm not. I'm really not. So anyway. All right. She also said that, so she actually created her own little mystical realm. Now, at first, her interest in magic and ritual aspects stemmed from the need to feel more in control of what was happening around her and in her life. But over time, the rituals have become like a sacred bubble for her, and where she feels safe, which is great. And especially when you have insecurities, this is obviously a vehicle for these people to feel so much better about what's happening in their lives, which is a very hard thing to achieve sometimes, depending on where you are in your life. Now, they allow her to welcome experience and channel her emotions, and she transcends them rather than represses them now. So she definitely has a way of working with her feelings instead of hiding from them or being afraid of them. Okay? Now, she can teach this to other people. Vanessa adds that rituals have always been a part of the human experience, and it would be wrong to reduce them to mere superstitions. So true. She also says rituals, like funerals, have been taken over by organized religion. I am a true believer that organized religion is very dangerous. However, they have also been practiced in many other ways, individually, collectively, across time and cultures. So, for the simple reason that they are here to help us deal with our emotions and practicality around, say, the loss of a life, they're very valuable. Rituals can be very soothing. So, that's something to keep in mind. Now, no one questions the need or benefit of the living paying tribute to the dead, as I just kind of said. She said it better. uh, but they but then, would we doubt the relevance of rituals like tarot, through which we manage to better connect and understand and refocus ourselves? So, when people judge, perhaps, the mystical arts behind tarot readings or the legitimacy behind them, you wonder why they do that. What's the point? Why would you do that and take that away from somebody where it makes them or it helps them feel more secure, calm, right? Well adjusted. I don't know why anybody would do that. Anyway, now another admitted witch and astrologer is Naomi Loud. And I'll put her handle up. She says, if I hadn't discovered my spirituality, I don't think I would have been here. That's pretty powerful. She must have been going through some dark stuff. Now, Naomi wasn't drawn to the mystical arts as a child, like Vanessa, but turned to them in her late 20s. When she was going through a difficult time, she turned to tarot as an experiment that turned out to be a lifelong, now especially, a lifelong lesson for her. And it's just, I mean, after learning the basics of tarot, the books, she began to practice it, and her relationships with the cards gradually changed and deepened. Okay? For her, it's not a gift, it's a language. I love that. That's really cool. She believes that a relationship with your tarot deck develops over time. One book she read had her simply observing her deck, just looking at the cards, not touching them, not interacting with them other than to observe them for over an hour. And she said that just trying to pay attention to the energy that she was feeling and just letting that feeling overwhelm her. She said over time, you develop a two-way relationship with the cards and you come to interpret them more intuitively. I mean, this really sounds like, yes, a little bit of Wiccan witchcraft, but that's the good kind. That's like the kind that you want to help people and you want to help the world, like a healing, almost like a healing magical kind of feeling I get from that. Now, the tarot helps Naomi feel more grounded, okay? She feels less like a victim of circumstance and more like a creator of them. That's very powerful for people who have experienced a lot of trauma. Think about how powerless you feel. I have been the victim of trauma, and I'll tell you right now that becoming the controller of your destiny instead of a condition of your destiny it's unbelievably empowering. It's where my confidence grew from, and I've really enjoyed the journey. It's really been great. I didn't have tarot. I think I'm going to start using tarot more because of this really took kind of a little bit of a, I don't know, it really affected me. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys find the same thing. It's just really fascinating. Okay. Now, when she draws cards for clients, most of them do actually, the people who seek her out are more childhood trauma wounded people, like they're trying to find a way to heal and to get that power like she experienced. And now she's gone through it, so she's able to share that gift. Now, she hopes to help people discover these wounds and then help them with healing. And she does that. I mean, she has changed so many lives just by being honest and by allowing herself to be part of this process. I mean, it's just magical. Now, these three people have similar yet distinct and unique ways of connecting with their tarot cards. Not one is better than the other, it's just different. They all agree, however, that there are too large number of false, kind of like false gods out there. There's false readers out there that just do it for the money, and they're almost like a circus attraction. I mean, they don't do it to help you. They want to hook you. They want you to feel powerless until their money is coming into them. I mean, it's amazing that people are out there that take your trauma or take your insecurities or your need for help and turn it against you and use it as a weapon. Is that not the sickest thing you could ever do? What a fucking horrible way to live. Now, they all warn against these people. And if you allow them access to your subconscious and your innermost feelings, you will inevitably be emotionally destroyed. They do warn that. All three of them do. Now, these people are dangerous, and they really are only vested in themselves. So you can there are telltale signs, obviously, if they're asking for money up front. And most of these people will not ask for, the legitimate ones will talk to you first, get a feel for you, almost like a therapist in a way, like the first 5 minutes are free kind of thing, or something, but it's in their own way of doing it. But still, I mean, they want to show you that there are people out there that really genuinely care about people who they just want to help. So, all right, now I'm going to show you how to read your own tarot. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Now I got my phone, my trusty phone. Okay. You go to, I'm going to put the link on the screen of where you go, and hopefully I can find it again. Because knowing me, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world. Oh God, I'm sure you can tell that just by my videos. I'm trying very hard. I really do try to make them be, fun and exciting. Okay. See, I already did it wrong up here. Tarotcard.com. Okay. So you go to that website and you come to the, it says full deck tarot spread, or, let's see, I did one card spread. So I'm going to ask a question in my mind's eye, I guess I could say I was doing. And then you click on the tarot card reading. Just click on that button. Oh, can you see it? Shit. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. Oh, there. Okay. It's that green one right there. Okay. So I'm going to ask, and I'm going to see if it's relative to, I already picked it. I had it from this morning. So anyway, ready? I'm just going to ask the question to my phone. Okay. And here I go. I clicked on the thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pick your card. Okay. I let see, then it you click on one pick, and then it lets you say either pick your own card or let the universe pick it. I'm letting the universe pick it. I trust the universe. Okay. And now it says, please wait, loading interpretation. Okay. And where's my thing? Okay. Okay, now I have the 5 of Swords. That's my reading. Okay? Short meaning is this: unbridled ambition, win at all cost. Sneakiness. Oh no. This card suggests that you are conducting a war of a few nature. It can also advocate a war of words with others. Oh, that's actually kind of true. Hostilian, despite the truth which you think you've won, you may nevertheless lose instead of the big picture. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, but anyway, it gives you the readout of. I don't think you can see that, but anyway, and it comes up, and you can do this with a whole deck of cards, and it's for you saw. I didn't put a credit card number in here or anything. And then it even has like a full card description at the bottom of what the 5 swords is. Look at that. And it gives you the whole lowdown. 5 swords meaning. Yeah. Reverse meaning, future. I mean, this is like the question I asked. Actually, it's pretty pertinent to that because it could start sort of a little bit of a war. That's where I'm going to leave it though. So anyway, you can do that all by yourself and just do your own reading. Really fun. Just open your mind though. And now I'm going to put up this website where you can print your own cards if you want to, or you can just do it online. So you do whatever you're comfortable with, or you can go to Etsy and print your own cards. And I'm sure there's other sites where you can do them also, but I know of Etsy, so that's what I saw. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's pretty interesting stuff. So until next time, stay happy and healthy and stay weird. It's so easy. And take care. Bye.